One of the big things about the upcoming Comic-Con, which is next month, Rob, Comic-Con is next month, ladies and gentlemen, is that, well, unfortunately, this is going to be the first year in a long time that both Marvel and Warner Brothers are not going to be there doing Hall H presentations. Now, we've assumed they'd both be at Comic-Con and have some kind of presence, but they were not going to do Hall H presentations. Well, according to Deadline, as of last night, Marvel is coming to Comic-Con Hall H. They were a little bit weak on a bunch of details. One of the things they said in their article here is that they have not settled on what their lineup is going to be. One can sort of start to wonder, is this them promoting the new upcoming schedule and all that kind of stuff? Because, you know, Rob, in many ways, like Game of Thrones, HBO with Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones was HBO's cash cow. It was their goose that laideth the golden eggs, you know? And what do you do when it's done? Marvel could arguably be facing a little bit of that same kind of thing. It's like, well, Endgame's done. That's it. That's the 22 film buildup. It doesn't get any bigger than that. And that's the peak. That's the, you know, the crescendo of the MCU. What do we do from here? It kind of makes sense that they should come to Hall H and really pump and do everything they can do to hype out and say, hey, everybody, the MCU's not over. We got all these things coming. So, but I'll tell you what, I'm surprised because I really thought they were just going to put all their eggs in the, you know, for lack of a better term, they're going to put all their eggs in the D23 basket and just use that. But according to these reports, they're coming to Hall H. Rob, are you surprised that they're still coming? And do you think this is a good move on their part?
I'm not surprised because the greatest Hall H presentation I've ever seen is the year when Tom Hiddleston came out in full Loki regalia playing Loki. And I've never seen, it was like being at the greatest rock concert ever.
I am Loki of Asgard and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
Yeah, and they, you know, I think that's when they announced the name of Age of Ultron. You know, they showed the logo. I went bananas. I was in there. I wasn't supposed to be in there, but I just went bananas. And it was so much fun. And now Marvel, it's like, we're coming off of the greatest successful, most successful 22 film run. I think we should come back to Hall H. I think we're going to see footage from Black Widow. I think they're going to show us something.
Why not?
I think they're going to show us whatever it is. They're going to introduce the cast of a couple of these movies. I think we're going to meet some of the Eternals.
Like Eternals, yeah.
I think we'll probably meet Shang-Chi. And I think they're going to come out and they're going to maybe talk about whatever their shows are. As a matter of fact, they might as well just bring everybody back. They got WandaVision. You know, you're going to figure out, is Anthony Mackie going to be Captain America? I mean, they're going to come out there. What they need to do is, right now the wave crested, and everyone's kind of sitting on the beach after they rode the biggest wave ever, and they're all just kind of breathing, going, wow, that was great. You know what they're going to do? They're going to throw an even bigger wave in front of everybody and go, now look what we got for you, and give us a deluge of awesome. That's what I think they're doing, John.
Let me ask you something. The little, you know, pessimist side of me here. Do you think maybe there's any part of it, like, here's what I'm wondering. Do you think Marvel and Kevin Feige always planned to come to do Hall H and all that kind of stuff, and they were just holding off on it now? Or do you maybe wonder, I'm just wondering, does the fact that Warner Brothers came out and announced that they weren't going to be there, maybe did that make Feige and the brain trust of Marvel go, well, wait a minute. If Warner Brothers ain't even going to be there at all, we could have the entire stage to ourselves. We could get all the Comic-Con pop ourselves and have an exclusive spotlight on us. So I guess what I'm asking is, do you think the more common sense thing that no, they probably always planned to do it this way? Or do you think there might be a little tinfoil hat conspiracy theory here, whereas they saw Warner Brothers backed out and that maybe put the wheels in motion when they come back? How do you think that worked out?
You know, I think it's a combination of things. Look, we're now seeing Endgame. Well, we'll get into that later. I won't make the point I was going to make about what they're doing with Endgame. But they thought it was done. Just like Endgame didn't have any post-credit scene, they figured, okay, we'll just let it lie. We won. We'll just kick back and put our hands back and take a breather. But then they've just realized that, okay, we're going to come off the crest of not just Endgame, but Spider-Man will have already been out for a couple weeks. So that movie is going to, and we've announced WandaVision, we've announced Falcon and Winter Soldier, we've announced the Loki series, which is shooting. Right. So we're going to get I would imagine Tom Hiddleston could come back as Loki.
Oh my God!
I am filled with
that
glorious
would
purpose
be the
again.
Greatest moment in Comic-Con history if he came out and did a revival of that whole. Oh my God!
And
I didn't
this
even
time
think that was
I've got it all
possible.
to myself.
Oh my God,
own
that would be
show.
awesome.
I mean, they're going to, because what they're doing now is Marvel, their cinematic universe is now expanding to streaming. So I think at first they thought they weren't going to do it. But then they realized just how much they really had to show and promote. They probably looked at some Black Widow footage and were like, "Oh, this is kick-ass." So let's bring that and let's talk about the Eternals. I mean, can you imagine already E3 whipped out Keanu Reeves? What if they held off on a casting announcement? They just had Keanu Reeves walk out and do the say hello. You know, he'll be shooting Bill and Ted.
Everybody.
Yeah, I mean, he'll just come out. I mean, they could make the greatest presentation. And I think, by the way, they probably weren't. I don't think they might have. John, I really
Probably do think this is last minute thing.
I think, but they've realized they could put together. Sometimes the greatest things in life come together at the last minute.
True.
And I think they realize that. Wait a minute, there's a really big microphone here. Let's take it out and drop it. And I think that's what they're going to do.
Well, let me ask you guys who are watching at home that question. What do you think about Marvel coming back to Comic-Con with Hall H? And do you think that was always the plan? Or do you think they're just taking advantage of an opportunity here with Warner Brothers backing out to really just have the entire spotlight to themselves? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.